Welcome back. It is 1474, and in the last one, Adelaide aged up into a toddler, Thomas and Mortimer aged up into children, Cassandra is pregnant, Dante and Nina had their triplets, and El Rosario and Thomas finally got divorced because he is with Odelgard's ghost in Forgotten Hollow, so she was finally drew the line there. And yeah, Dante and Nina are planning on breaking up the Duke and the Duchess, so let's get to this area. So this year, we actually do not have a lot of birthdays in our family anymore, but we do have Ginevra and Catalina and Dina. So we'll start with Ginevra. I am a little worried about her. I do want her to be able to move away and explore the ocean and all that stuff, so I hope she lives. So no 2, 6, 11, 13, or 14. She survives. And then we have Catalina. She survives. And then Dina is becoming an adult, so she has to roll a 9 or a higher. Come on, Dina. She survives. Okay, everything's going really well. So no 2 or 11 for Randolph. He's the only one who's away. He survived. Okay. So far, so good. That is all of the birthdays. And yeah, we are just going to keep going along with all of this. So let's hop into the game.
Alrighty, so we are here with our main family. We have a lot going on with these different Sims. We have Thomas working on the successful lineage aspiration, which he is getting pretty close to being stuck on. So we're going to have him do a lot of archery, but he, one of the things is have a child earn an A in high school, and obviously we don't have any children in high school, so he's going to do, help a child with homework 3 times, and then he'll be a little stuck probably until Lavinia goes to high school. And then we have Cassandra, who is working on the super parent aspiration. So she right now wants to help a child with homework for 4 hours, which I think she either just completed or is completing right now. And she then needs a child to have one of the positive character traits. So she is focusing on Lavinia for that for right now, but she is going to continue working on her parenting skill, because we know in the next one we need to get her to parenting level 10. So there is that. And then we have Lavinia, who is working on the childhood mental aspiration, and she is trying to get an A in school, which is proving to be kind of hard for her. I think it's because we haven't been consistently playing this family. But yeah, she's having some trouble there. But other than that, she's in good shape. And then Thomas also has that aspiration, so he's just started it, so he still needs to play chess, read with an adult, all that stuff. And then we have Mortimer, who is trying to do the social aspiration, so he is going to be making friends at school and be, trying to contact other children, but be friends with other kids and stuff. So anyway, we are doing all of that, and while we are doing all of that, we are going to go to a ball. So we have been invited to a party today, which is really nice. We're just going to enjoy that, and we are here at the Von Hunt estate, so we are going to hang out here. And okay, looks like Liberty Lee is our pianist today. But yes, so we are doing this, and then I'm going to go through the party items, just, to have fun with the party. So we're going to have guests dance 5 times, which is the main thing to do here. So obviously we're having Thomas and Cassandra dance. She is very pregnant. I didn't mention that yet, but yes, she is definitely having her baby tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. And then we need to discuss music, refreshments, decorations. So we're going to do a lot of small talk with different guests and thank you guests for coming. But, obviously she's spending a lot of time with Thomas. Looks like Bob and Eliza are dancing together, so they must be having a pretty okay co-parenting relationship, or at least in front of Iggy, who is standing right there, even though he probably should have been at school. I guess school's over now, but anyway, so they're at least acting correctly in front of their son, which is, the bare minimum. And then we are going to continue to have people dancing and having fun and just having a good time. And the ball is almost over already. But I think that it's really fun for them to get out and have activities. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a problem. Every single event doesn't have to be drama, especially since when we play with Dante and Nina, we're going to get that dose of drama always. So I think that for Thomas to be able to have a nice day out and, you know, dance with his wife and have a good time and everything, that is good. So we are going to head home now. So check on the children, you know, who have all gotten home in that time. I tried to bring them to the ball after they were out of school, but for some reason that wasn't working, so that's okay. But anyway, we are going to now do the helping of homework. So Thomas is going to come over here and help his kids with homework. I'm just going to cue them up one at a time so that he can help all of them, because he needs to help 3 times. And then we are going to... Oh, I was like, clicked the wrong button for some reason. We are going to just come over here and get a school project out. So I think that Lavinia is worried about how she is not improving at school. She's not doing a great job, and she is kind of really upset by that. And so she is going to come and talk to her parents about getting her, you know, a tutor or something. So we'll say that that's what the project is. So she's working on the project with her mother, and it's hopefully going to improve her grades, because it's been really slow going with that. So we are going to do what we can to get her some assistance there. She's a smart kid, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't need a little help every once in a while. So she is going to do that, and then we are going to go volunteering with her, because we do want her to get at least one positive character trait going. So that is something that she is going to be focusing on right now. And so, alright, I'm always clicking the wrong things on the pop-ups for volunteering for some reason, but that's okay. So yes, she is trying to get, you know, her manners, and I think we're doing like manners and responsibility, and I forget what the other one is, but whatever. So anyway, we have the boys becoming best friends, which is really exciting. The 2 of them, you know, they're twins, and I just love having our twins be best friends. I think that that's so sweet, even when they're totally different, like Thomas and Dante are right now, although they're both, you know, good people, obviously. And so we are having our baby, which is really exciting. We are going to do this. Let's do this. I don't know why Thomas like never ever gets the pre-parental panic, but he is like not worried about it at all. So anyway, because of this building, I can't get a good camera angle. We're just gonna have to accept it. And it's a boy. It's a boy. So let's roll for them. Cassandra lives, and unfortunately a 1 means the baby dies. So that is just really frustrating, but that's okay. I think 4 babies is enough. I did say that this was going to be the last child that we would have, because, you know, the generation is already starting to get older, like Lavinia and Thomas and Mortimer, like they're all children now. So I don't think that they should have any more kids now that the heir is a child. We might go and have more kids later if there's a problem, but I don't think that there will be. I really, like, honestly, we have 4 kids, so we have 4 heirs, and I doubt all 4 of them are going to die. And then on top of that, even if they do all die, we have triplets from Dante that I'm sure, like, if it came to it, we could always just say that Dante and Nina were like sick of taking care of the children and they didn't want them, and they just kind of like offload them to us. So I think that that could totally happen. So we have like 7 heirs basically, so I'm not really worried about having enough Sims. So anyway, it looks like Mortimer has made friends with Malcolm while at school, which doesn't really make sense because we're not in the same town or anything, but maybe something happened. Malcolm was coming around here to visit family members, I don't know. And so they're making friends, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing to make friends with the son of a baron, even though, you know, he's the second son, but you never know what will happen. So it looks like El Rosaria actually came over to visit us, so she's probably here to talk to Thomas about everything that's happened between her and you know, his father. So they had just gotten divorced because she found out about him going to live with Odelgard's ghost. And Thomas, remember, Thomas and Odelgard were like enemies. So like this Thomas and Odelgard were like enemies. So he is very offended on his mother's behalf that his father would go and do that after all this time. And so he is just really frustrated with that and does not approve at all. So he definitely is on his mom's side and is probably telling her that she can come over whenever she wants. And like, I mean, Thomas had already moved out, so it's not like she needs to get away from anywhere, but you never know. So anyway, we are going to just have Thomas read to little Thomas a bit, just to do that for his aspiration. Mortimer has become friends with Malcolm, which is really nice. He needs to become friends with 2 more kids. So I'm just going to check on here. And then I looked and I noticed that Mortimer is actually not friends with Lavinia yet. So we can become friends with our sister, obviously. You know, they don't have to be best friends, but they should be friends. So he's going to become friends with his sister, and that was really, really easy. And then we're going to finish reading to Thomas so that he can get his stuff out of the way, and then we will head over to Dante's household. So here we go over to Dante's house where he and Nina and the triplets are. So that is really exciting. And we are going to just move forward here and, you know, wait for this to load because it takes forever for some reason. But yeah, so we're going back to Dante and Nina. If you remember the last time we saw Dante and Nina, they kind of hatched a plot to mess with the Duke and Duchess's relationship. So they're both friends with the respective targets, I guess. Dante found out that Eric was not, you know, into men, so he went after Alice, and they became close really fast, actually. They have very good compatibility and all that, so Dante is friends with Alice now, and Nina is still friends with Eric, but like less so. Like it's just like barely friends, whereas Dante is like almost got a full green bar with Alice. So they're working on that. They're going to come together here and do some love day stuff. They are definitely into each other. They love this relationship they have, that full of toxicity and drama, but they love it. So they are going to continue to flirt with each other and have a good time. So there we go. We're going to just do our love day stuff, and then we'll head out and try and get romantic with Eric and Alice, with the both of them. So let's head out to the Von Haunt estate. I know we were just there, but we were there on the first floor, and I actually have a, you know, parts of the second floor that have been redone as well. So if you look here, also I was looking around and I was like, why does it look like this? It's because I have that medieval Windenburg mod. I think that it's like that the paths are like dirt instead of stone or something. I don't know. Anyway, so let's actually try blowing some bubbles, because we haven't actually done that before, and I feel like it's totally something that Dante would do. And so we're going to do that, and then we're going to come over here and gamble with some people so that they can do that and hang out with everyone. There is a lot going on here, a lot of people here, so there is that. But Dante is going to come and play cards with Alice a little bit and enjoy. So, you know, then he's going to talk with her. For some reason I can't get Eric to come here. I think it's because when I downloaded him, he had a job, and because of that, he keeps going to work. But, I mean, it makes sense for Duke to be busy, but I am going to have him quit his job so that he can do what I tell him to do. But, yeah, so Dante and Alice just kind of drift off to the other room if they would just stay put and do what I tell them to, which Sims never ever do. And so we're going to start getting flirty, actually, because you can see their friendship is up really high already, so I'm not really worried about that. Although Olivia is in the next room over, that's her mother, so we'll see how that goes. But Dante is going to start flirting with Alice, and it's actually going really well right away. They are definitely flirty, and he gets the feeling that she finds him attractive. So how interesting is that? She definitely finds him attractive, so he can kind of, you know, use these options in the menu, like the romance options, a little more freely, because she finds him attractive, so he's less likely to get rejected there. And it's going up pretty quickly, actually. Their romance bar has just shot up, although Thomas walks in and is like, seriously? I think, and then Thomas like turns around and leaves. I think Thomas is just like, oh God, Dante, like seriously, like he just walks away. Like he's like, I'm not interested in this. But then Olivia walks out and sees her mom flirting with Dante, and that is not good. So why do you keep thinking about babies? Because no one's pregnant from you right now. Anyway, so I was gonna have them woohoo, but it didn't end up working out. I was gonna, then Eric's like not here and blah blah blah, so I was like, I will send Nina out to get Eric out, so hopefully we can make them do some stuff. Also, I'm gonna make this bottom page here, what's it called? I'm gonna make this bottom page here, bottom floor. What am I talking about? You know, my brain totally works. This bottom floor, I'm going to make it only for our club. So I think that that'll be cool. It's like an exclusive little room just for, you know, nobility or whatever to come and gamble and drink and stuff in, versus the top floor where all the commoners can go. So Eric left again. So this is just really frustrating that I can't get him to do anything I want him to do. But I'm going to send Nina home, and we're going to see if we can get him to come to the house instead. It's just kind of frustrating because I'm trying to do something here, and it's really not working. It worked so well for Dante, but, you know, it's tough. So sometimes the Sims just don't want to do what you want them to do, and it can be really frustrating. Anyway, he is already flirty, though, which is really good for us. So let's start flirting with him. Can you not leave, please? He keeps trying to leave. Okay, we got him. We got him. Okay, let's be flirty. And he finds her attractive, too. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so our Sims are obviously so attractive. Like, I just feel like Dante and Nina are just so charismatic. And, like, you know, people just fall for them. Like, at the drop of a hat. It's really true. So, Eric is going to flirt with Nina, and we are going to ask him to be her boyfriend, which is really good. So they're both Dante and Alice and Nina and Eric are all in a relationship, so that is helpful for the two of them. They're going to come and talk about their exploits, which they love, and of course they autonomously decided to woohoo. You know, Dante, if you have another kid, you're going to be so upset. So Dante is probably not going to enjoy if she gets pregnant again, but who knows? We'll see what happens. So I think that that's probably where we're gonna stop with these two. I want to move slowly with them. Like, I don't want to just do everything all at once. So I think that getting into relationships with the Duke and Duchess have been a good milestone to get to for this part. Also, I gotta get rid of those baby cribs, so I'm gonna do that now, just because I'm thinking of it. Also, I wonder if, no, right? So, like, Nina could be pregnant. I think she's the only one that could be pregnant right now, so I think that's it. There was something else I felt like I wanted to check, but I can't remember now. Did it have to do with Cassandra? No, but they didn't woohoo, so I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Dante's going to paint a picture, and then we're going to leave the household. So we are headed actually out to go to our original household. So we're going to go see El Rosaria, who is home with Geneva and Madalena. So those two girls are still home with their mother and enjoying themselves. So, you know. And we are going to just also bring Randolph home, because I always forget about that. I'm like, oh, sorry, Randolph, I forgot. I forgot, you still have more. But we are going to now come back because Geneva has just aged up into a young adult, and she, you know, successfully rolled and everything, and we're really happy about that for her. And I just want her to live the life that she wants. We know she has a beach life aspiration. She's a child of the ocean. She loves the outdoors. She wants to go out and do stuff. And so she's going to come and talk to her mother and be like, Mom, I know that you are, like, still really, like, trying to push me into getting married, and you know, things with Mitchell were okay. I'm not really sure if I like him that much. Like, I want to focus on me. And of course they're starting to have a difficult family dynamic because El Rosario is like, what do you mean? Getting married is what you're supposed to do. And Geneva is just kind of like, no, you know, I want to go and see the ocean. I want to go and live my own life. And it's really important to me to, you know, find my adventure. And then, of course, the gossip sheet has just reported that Dante and Alice were caught together. So I guess Nina is a little more discreet than Dante is in this case. But anyway, so we are going to move Geneva into her own household because she is going to take her estate money, and she is going to head off to Tartosa. So again, if you guys have any, you know, potential romantic interest for her, she does have a few baby roles, so she definitely could have a few kids. So if you guys have any storylines you're interested in for her, any Sims you want to upload to the gallery for her, I am on the lookout. Again, we're doing #MeganPlaysSims, and it's also in the description if you need it. So there's that. So yes, Geneva is open for a future husband. So next, we're headed back to our house just briefly because the day is almost over. And so looks like things are going pretty well with the children. I'm going to have Thomas working on pondering some moves so that he can then complete his homework while focused. And then we're going to invite Iggy over because I feel like Iggy and Mortimer could be friends. So Mortimer does need to make friends with one more child, which is why I am thinking about Iggy. So he's going to come over and we're going to start becoming friends with him. And then we're going to keep sending Cassandra and Lavinia out to volunteer and do charity work and stuff in order to get those character traits up so that Lavinia can check off Cassandra for, you know, the super parent thing. So these two kids are becoming friends and it's working really well. You know, Iggy's a good kid. He's becoming friends with our Sims. I think he's also adventurous. So, oh my gosh, you guys. Iggy is adventurous. Lavinia is adventurous. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, anyway, Mortimer has to also become friends with two adults, and he's not friends with Dante and Nina, and I was starting to try and make him friends with Dante before I remembered that Dante hates children. So it's not going to be too easy to make friends with our uncle, but I think that Mortimer is just like one of those kids that starts talking your ear off and just talk and talk and talk, and even if the adult, like, seems annoyed, he doesn't realize it, and he just keeps going. Like, he just is verbal diarrhea all over everything. So he is just going to keep talking to his uncle about toys and candy and animals and all this stuff, and he just can't shut up. So they are doing that, and then we are going to, I guess, go stargaze with him. It's not really working super well, but Lavinia is doing well at her thing, and yes, after she gets home from this volunteering thing, she has gotten in range for a positive character trait, so Cassandra is super happy about that. She just checked off this part of her aspiration, so we're headed into the next part of the super parent aspiration, which is, I believe, the last part. And that is where we're going to wrap up. So I'm just going to grab a picture of Geneva and a picture of Catalina, and we will be all set. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. I'm having a lot of fun playing with the two different families and like doing all this stuff. And, you know, Geneva is setting out on her own, and I just really feel like things are always interesting. Like, I'm never... You know, if I start to get like bored playing in a household, I can always switch to another one, and it's just like, you know, opens up a ton of opportunities for us to be working on a bunch of different things at once, and I'm having a lot of fun. So I will catch you guys in the next one.